Shalom to the Akim and Akwaf. I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, along with the sincere brethren also laboring in his work, and to the believers to you I say Shalom. All right. I got a quick update on what's currently going down, in which we have another Jake that was killed, or so they call it suicide. But this dude right here, his case is a little special because he was actually hung. All right, called it a suicide. This guy's name is Robert Fuller, and of course Esau in his plot for his new world order or police state is gonna use this to push out into the masses to get Jake riled up, because they ultimately want to bring in that military to bring in that police state, in which the situations that you see being brewed up right now, this chaos, is used to bring in a new world order. And right now, the police are not fit to handle these riots. And that's going to lead them to come in with their military. So as much chaos as they can get you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives to partake in, they're going to be even more justified into coming in with their hammer. And that hammer is the military, because they want a police state. But this is going to be something else that's going to be used and pushed out into the media to get Jake riled up. You already had a situation out in Atlanta where a Jake, it's like a Jake, and when I say Jake, I'm talking about the Israelites. A so-called black man who was shot by an Edomite, a so-called white cop, right? And, Jake is already riled up in the streets over that. And this is going to be more fuel on the fire, okay? And they using their celebrities to push this message out. So I'm going to read some of this, and we're going to get some tweets from these celebrities, in which is going to get Jake riled up, man. It says celebrities joined the thousands demanding further investigation into Robert Fuller's death. The 24-year-old black man, which he's an Israelite, was found hanging from a tree earlier this week, and authorities were quick to rule the death a suicide. Okay, so you see the narrative being painted here, all right? They're trying to get Jake to question what really happened, and Jake is gonna look at this as like it's bullshit, and they're gonna demand justice. You see? It says, let me read this. Earlier this week, 24-year-old black man named Robert Fuller was found dead hanging from a tree in Palmdale, California. Local officials were quick to rule the death a suicide, a decision that drew outrage from not only Fuller's family, but from many around the country, including several celebrities and Black Lives Matters activists, in which we know George Soros, who was an Edomite, so-called white man, is pretty much funding Black Lives Matter. He's down with the system, and he wants you so-called Negroes to get riled up in the streets. Okay, this is all part of a bigger agenda. And so they're actually paying people to start riots in these streets over these protests, all right, of injustice. It says the city has since reversed its stance and says it supports a full investigation into Fuller's death, which many believe to have been a racially motivated murder, right? Many believe to have been a racially motivated murder. You think? Man was hung by his neck in front of a precinct. All right, so let's see. It was a part where it said where he was hung at, in which he was hung, all right, by a precinct, and they called it suicide. Anyway, it says several celebrities have joined in calling for justice for Fuller, including Viola Davis, Kim Kardashian, and Jamila Jamil. Robert Fuller, hashtag, all right, was murdered in Palmdale, California. David wrote on Instagram, Fuller was found hung from a tree in front of Palmdale City Hall Wednesday morning on June 10, 2020. Urged city officials to investigate Fuller's death. Do not let this death pass silently. Alright, and Jake gonna be in the streets, man. Jake's gonna be in the streets doing the same shit they've been doing, demanding justice. Meanwhile, Jake's still getting killed in the streets. And this is orchestrated by the elites as the elect, But for you people out there who participate in these riots, these protests, you falling right into their trap. They want you to uprise and cause chaos. That's why they went and got into their bunkers, because they know what they're doing. On Twitter, Kim Kardashian shared a link to a petition call for further investigation into Fuller's death, writing Robert Fuller was found dead June 10, 2020, hanging from a tree outside City Hall. Yeah, but the message is that the elites, they're using their celebrities, the ones that can reach out to the mass people, the mass amount of people, and to get them to rouse up for justice. And it's gonna work, you know. This is another case that's gonna get Jake full of rage and further looting and tearing up shit. This is a girl called Becky G. I don't know who the hell that is, but she's certified on Twitter. It says, ruled a suicide. Are they not even going to open an investigation? We need justice. There's another one, Jamila Jamil. Says, violence and racism. This young man is Robert Fuller. He was found hanging from a tree yesterday in California. Police have dismissed it as a suicide. We all call bullshit. Please retweet Robert Fuller. Black Lives Matter. And that's exactly what Esau wants. Esau wants a race war in the streets. Civil unrest. Okay? He wants you people to wipe each other out, to start a race war, to start killing each other. And then it's going to call for some order. And what they want to bring in the military to really start knocking off a lot of you people. And the military that they really want to bring in is the UN troops, the United Nations, because when they come in, there's not going to be any bullshit going on. There's not going to be any playing around. They coming in to set order, and they're going to shoot first and ask questions later type shit. All right, so this is, I thought they had some more tweets, but I guess not. But pretty much you see what's going on. All right, you see what's going on, and Esau's orchestrating this madness. You know, this is part of the order out of chaos. See if I can grab a scripture or something. This is Matthew the 24th chapter, all right? And this is during the time of the end, all right, right before our Lord Yahushua comes back. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, all right? But many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach. And that's why you got all these false saviors out here. You got T.I., who is supposed to be a leader of the people. You got Al Sharpton. You got Louis Farrakhan. All these people who, all right, Jake look up to, are set up as saviors, pretty much. People who are supposed to lead them into the right direction, but they're leading them into the wrong direction. All right. It says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, for nation shall rise against nation. And then nation is talking about pretty much nations, like ethnicities, should I say, all right? Different races. So this is talking about race rising up against race. It's going to be Jacob and Esau rising up against each other. And that's what the elites want, because they're going to start a race war in these streets. It says, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so what we're seeing right now is the beginning of sorrows. Okay, and Esau is a master at deception. Esau is a master of deception. Okay, and he's using this witchcraft media and the celebrities who are controlled by him to push out this message to get Jake riled up. But it's just a little quick lesson I want to bring out. You know, we see what Esau is painting, the narrative that he's pushing out, you know, the chaos that he's bringing. Okay, so he really want to come after you, Jakes. This is you know, another form of mind control. But the elect won't fall for us. So with that, hey, shalom.